Make the motion to adjourn the meeting.
We here to handle the business, not let the business handle us. That's what we are elected to do, sir. So please.
It's her fault. It's her problem, her responsibility, and she failed. She's failed.
If you thought small-town politics couldn't be fascinating, think again. This latest saga has it all: unpaid rent, accusations of misusing taxpayer funds, and even whispers of arrests. And let's not forget the township meetings, which seem more like Tiffany putting on a show than actual governance. Illinois just keeps getting wilder every day. Tiffany Henyard, the self-proclaimed super mayor of this small Chicago suburb, finds herself at the heart of a political storm that grows more chaotic by the hour.
South suburban Dolton today. First, the state comptroller has suspended some payments to the village because it has failed to follow the law by providing financial.
Tiffany Henyard, elected mayor in 2021, has quickly become one of the most divisive figures in local politics. Accusations against her range from lavish spending of taxpayer dollars to using police protection for personal gain. Now she's facing yet another scandal, this time an eviction from her own home due to unpaid rent. Yes, you heard that right. Despite earning nearly $300,000 and in total from her roles as mayor of Dolton and town supervisor, Henyard has failed to pay rent to her landlord, Janetta Hall, since August. Now, Hall is moving forward with eviction proceedings after Henyard and her boyfriend, Camel Woods, allegedly stopped making rent payments on their Dolton residence.
In Thornton Township, the board and citizens looking for accountability to their finances while the township
Furthermore, Henyard's leadership style is increasingly being compared to that of a reality TV villain rather than a responsible public servant. One of the many controversies surrounding Henyard involves the ongoing eviction saga. According to reports, Henyard and her partner, Camel Woods, owe her landlord thousands of dollars in unpaid rent. To make matters worse, the couple allegedly took the bold step of changing the locks and altering the garage code to prevent Hall from entering the property. This move has understandably enraged Hall, who is now facing the possibility of losing her own property to foreclosure. She expressed that this situation has placed her in a difficult predicament and emphasized that it's no longer just about the money, it's about the principle. After everything she's endured, it's clear that Hall wants Henyard and Woods out of her home for good. And honestly, who could blame her?
To terminate key free.
Henyard's political drama continues to intensify, with tensions reaching a boiling point between her and the Dolton trustees. The accusations against her are mounting, ranging from allegedly falsifying checks to concealing crucial financial documents. But that's not all. She's also made headlines for her recent Facebook live stream, which lasted nearly 90 minutes. During the stream, Henyard claimed she would be seeking the arrest of her political opponents, although she didn't specify what crimes they had allegedly committed. This bold statement has only added fuel to the fire in an already volatile political climate. The trustees, for their part, have taken legal action, filing a lawsuit against Henyard, accusing her of a series of corrupt practices. The animosity between Henyard and the trustees has escalated to the point where both sides are publicly accusing each other of misconduct, leaving many to wonder just how deep the corruption runs. Henyard, meanwhile, seems to be embracing the role of the defiant political figure, speaking with the kind of conviction usually reserved for those who have watched too many courtroom dramas. The spectacle unfolding in Dolton is nothing short of chaotic, with no clear end in sight.
But it's just something we felt important that had to be done, that should be done. So, but like I said, you have some kind.
The irony in this situation is hard to miss. Mayor Henyard, who was previously caught spending tens of thousands of taxpayer dollars on first-class flights, lavish hotel stays, and fine dining in cities like New York and Atlanta, is now accusing her political opponents of corruption. Henyard, currently under federal investigation for her own extravagant spending and misuse of taxpayer funds, has become the poster child for hypocrisy. One of the most eyebrow-raising examples of her financial mismanagement came when it was revealed that she spent an astonishing $43,000 and on Amazon in a single day. While she may try to frame these purchases as necessary for the village's operations, it's hard to believe that such a sum was spent solely on office supplies. Many see it as more of a personal shopping spree at the taxpayer's expense. Henyard's reckless spending habits didn't go unnoticed. Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, tasked with reviewing Dolton's financial situation, uncovered some shocking findings. Under Henyard's leadership, the town's general fund balance plummeted from a healthy $561 million in 2022 to a massive deficit of $365 million by May 2024, a swing of nearly $9 million in less than 2 years. This dramatic financial decline, coupled with Henyard's personal spending scandals, has left many questioning her ability to lead the town and manage its finances responsibly. The contrast between her accusations of corruption against others and her own lavish lifestyle is nothing short of a political spectacle.
That's what the trustees I talked to are calling this. They say the news took them by surprise.
Damage caused by Henyard's
reckless
reckless spending has left the village in dire straits. Not only has her behavior tarnished the village's reputation, but it has also put local businesses at risk, many of which are struggling to survive due to unpaid bills. One of the most egregious revelations was the discovery that at least 589 checks, totaling over $6 million, were printed but never sent to vendors. This failure to pay vendors has caused vital services to grind to a halt, further deepening the financial crisis in Dolton. As if this wasn't bad enough, federal authorities are reportedly delving deeper into Henyard's finances, suggesting that the scope of the mismanagement is much larger than previously thought. The growing investigation has cast a dark shadow over her already tarnished political career, and it's clear these issues are not going away anytime soon. Henyard's opponents have seized upon these revelations, using them as evidence that she prioritizes her own lifestyle over the well-being of the community. They argue that her failure to fulfill her obligations to local vendors and businesses reflects a deeper issue: a leader who is more interested in personal gain than serving the people who elected her. The pressure is mounting for Henyard to step down, but with the political drama continuing to unfold, it remains unclear whether she will face the consequences of her actions or somehow manage to hold on to power.
Whatever that vendor is.
What was it for?
It was for shirts.
Despite the mounting pressure and glaring issues within Dolton, Henyard seems completely unrepentant. Instead of taking responsibility for the village's financial ruin, she has doubled down on her self-appointed role as the town's savior. On social media, she accused her detractors of jealousy, promising to reveal the whole truth later, adding a layer of drama that could easily be mistaken for a soap opera plot twist. To add fuel to the fire, Henyard even implied that her opponents were using accusations against her to deflect attention from their own alleged corruption. With a tone of martyrdom, Henyard posed the question, why do we have all this attention on Tiffany Henyard, as though she were an innocent victim of a grand conspiracy? Meanwhile, the people of Dolton are left perplexed, wondering how they ended up with a mayor who seems more preoccupied with playing the victim than actually addressing the critical issues facing the village. The town is plagued by urgent concerns such as water main breaks, unpaid vendors, and an overburdened police force that is reportedly too busy providing personal security for Henyard to focus on law enforcement. Despite these glaring issues, Henyard continues to assert that everything she does is for the people, as though her extravagant spending is somehow a benefit to the community. This disconnect between her actions and the needs of the residents has left many questioning her priorities and her fitness to serve as mayor.
Of all 9 counts, I believe he's cooperating. And if you
The situation
cooperate,
surrounding Mayor Henyard has taken an even darker turn as investigations into her financial practices have unearthed startling revelations. A light investigation uncovered that village credit cards were used for everything from lavish furniture purchases to taxpayer-funded travel expenses, including trips to Las Vegas. This not only raises questions about her financial judgment, but also highlights a pattern of extravagance on the public's dime. Perhaps most troubling of all is the discovery of a billboard campaign that seemingly served to promote Henyard herself rather than the town of Dolton, with her face plastered all over town, creating the impression that she was more focused on self-promotion than actually serving the people who elected her. To add insult to injury, Henyard hosted a staggering $85,000 party featuring rapper Jay Holiday and R&B singer Keisha Cole, all while the town's finances were in freefall, sinking deeper into debt. These extravagant expenditures have left many in the community in disbelief, wondering how a leader who should be focusing on the town's well-being could spend so recklessly, while Dolton struggled to stay afloat. The hypocrisy of such actions, especially when the village was grappling with financial instability, has fueled outrage among residents and intensified calls for Henyard's resignation. It's clear that her priorities have been far removed from the needs of the people, with the only constant being her pursuit of luxury at their expense.
One day purchase of over $40,000 to Amazon. And the main thing is,
the most recent meeting in Henyard's township, things took a bizarre turn, descending into what could only be described as a dumpster fire. The meeting, meant to address essential township business, quickly spiraled out of control. Henyard clashed with trustees, even forbidding one, Trustee Caro, from participating over the phone. While Caro had valid safety concerns, Henyard dismissed them with petty snobbery, refusing to allow her to join the discussion. The meeting ended in chaos, highlighting the dysfunction and escalating tensions within the administration.
You are up here at this special meeting and not downstairs where we have
Drama surrounding Mayor Tiffany Henyard continues to escalate, with increasing frustration among the residents of Dolton. Her behavior at township meetings, including disregarding parliamentary procedure and fabricating stories to fit her agenda, has caused tension among local leaders. Henyard's announcement of her re-election bid, despite the growing scandals and FBI investigations, has left many questioning her commitment to the community's well-being. Residents are growing more disillusioned with her leadership, seeing it as a chaotic mix of corruption and mismanagement. As her opponents, including Jason House, rally to challenge her, Henyard seems determined to hold on to power. But with mounting allegations and public outcry, it's unclear how long she can sustain her position. The situation raises a critical question for Dolton. Will they continue to support a leader embroiled in scandals, or is this the beginning of the end for Henyard's controversial tenure? The upcoming election will likely be a pivotal moment in the town's future, as residents weigh their options and decide whether it's time for a change in leadership.